So now we're going to combine all our drawings to get a lovely 3D combined drawing. So we're going to have our first floor, second floor, the garage, all linked together. So we're going to open up our project navigator. Oh, it's crashing. Oh, sorry, project, navigator. And we see here we've been always working with the constructs. Now we're going to move on to a lovely tab called views. So we're going to go one more down. So now in this one here, we're going to make the views. So we're going to, oh, I lost the thing again. That was fast. So we're going to views, and we're going to go right click and do new drawing view. And we're going to go click on general. From here now, we're going to go write a name. So in this case here, we're going to write 3D view. All right? We're still making sure it's in Imperial. We're going to go press next. And we're going to make sure we include everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those of you who like it that when you close it, it automatically opens the file, just click this icon over here. But we don't need to do it, so I'm going to uncheck it for now. Press next, and you notice it's grabbing all our links that we made before. We go press finish, and it's going to make a file called 3D view. From here now, if you had checked off open when closed, it wouldn't open it, but I'm going to open it now. So I'm going to open up the 3D view, and you're going to notice it's going to give us our 3D view. You're going to notice there's some mistakes to it, but we're going to adjust those little mistakes to it right now. But overall, you see we have our structure underneath. We have our house connected. We have a little bit of a gap in our house, which we're going to fix shortly in a few minutes. And we also notice that our chimney is a little bit lower. So we're going to adjust those two little things in a few seconds. To fix the overlapping in external walls, we're going to need to modify our second floor. So let's go click our second floor and do open reference. When we open our reference, you see it opens up our upper level that we made earlier. From here now, we're going to go select one of the walls and do select similar. So it's going to grab all the 4 walls of our second floor. We're going to go back to modify floor line. Usually we've been playing with roof line. Now we're going to play with the floor line. And we're going to go use the reset option, which is going to, once you hit reset, oops, did I not do it? Let's try again. All the roofs are selected. Modify floor line and do reset. Press enter, and it's going to drop our floor a tiny bit below. So if you didn't see it, let me just rotate like this. Let me undo what we just did before and show you what happens. So right now, if you look at our floor, it's right over here. We're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it from underneath. So we're going to click one wall, select similar so it grabs all the walls. We're going to go to modify floor line, and we're going to go use the reset button. Look what happens. Reset, press enter, and it went down. You didn't notice, but it went down a tiny bit. You'll see when you do yours afterwards, it goes down about 6 inches. It goes down. Now that that's done, we're going to go press the X button and save the drawing. All right. So now from here, we can see we have a little pop-up saying external reference has changed. So unless you press reload, let me just show you how it looks. Now, if I hit reload, okay, the house didn't move at all. I think I'm having a little bit of a glitch with my computer. But there's 2 things we need to do once you've reset the baseline. You're going to click on the wall, the second floor, and you're going to go look at the properties. The first thing we're going to have to do is right now it says insertion point is at 15 foot 6. We're going to need to drop it down 1 foot. So we're going to drop it down to 14 foot 6, and it's going to adjust our house so it perfectly aligns on top of each other. We see that? That's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to go look at our chimney over here, and we notice that it's too low. So we're going to click on the chimney itself, and we're going to go move it up 1 foot. So along the Z, we're going to go move 1 foot. And like that, our chimney is perfect. So our chimney is good, as well as our first floor. So here you go, you have the actual 3D complete of our house. If I go look at the 2D top view, why do I don't see my site plan? Let me go see what happened here. It could be I'm not seeing anything. Why? Because my cut plane is set to 3'6", yeah. Let me just check my XREFs. XREFs. Substructure. Did I not add the element? I didn't click element. If I didn't click the element, then all I have to do to fix that is I could go back, open this drawing over here, go to constructs, click on 2D layout, and do XREF overlay. And now you see I have my 2D element over here as well. I don't need to have it here. Why? Because it's my 3D. But if you want to see how it looks, you could do it to show it to you. But overall, we don't really need to see this in our 3D because it's 2D elements. So in this case here, we're not going to attach this. We're just going to go back to our external references and we're going to detach it. I just want to show you how you could attach it if you want to add it later on. All we have right now we added our substructure, our house, and our 3D. So perfect. Now we're going to do some modifications to it. So this next step here may work for some of you, may not work for others, but there's going to be two ways we're going to adjust this. We're going to go now to our display manager, which is under manage, display manager, and we're going to change some settings. We're going to go to sets, and we're going to go to model. From the model settings, we're going to go to display options, and under here where it says live sections and materials, we're going to go make sure we have this selected. We're going to go press apply. We're going to go to the high details. Same thing, have this selected, apply. Go to the next one, apply. Presentation, apply. And structural, apply. I just want to see if I undo this one, is it going to show it? No, it still shows it. So leave this back on. All right, so we have it done. So this is the key things we're going to do for display manager. And if you start changing the different cut planes, let me just show you that. We're going to get different cuts in the actual house. So now this is a optional thing. You don't have to do this. I'm just showing it to you guys. So we're going to go click on the global cut plane. And over here, you're going to have the different. You have above range, cut height, display height. So we're going to change a few things. We're going to go put this 20 feet above. We're going to cut it at 10 feet and 4'6". Press OK, and look what happens. Our house cuts at the 10-foot mark. So we can see our house being cut through the middle. Now, and also you notice what? Our footing is gone as well. Why? Because we said to cut at a certain level. We said to cut at 4'6", so it's not going to show us anything below it. All right, guys? The next thing we can show you is the 50 feet. We'll leave it 10, so now we're going to see the whole house. And we still don't see our substructure, which is exactly what we want to see. We don't want to see the structure during the 3D because we don't need to see it. It's hidden under the ground. And if I go start changing the views, so for example, if I change from high details, see now I see it. If I go to low details, now the windows, as I keep changing, you'll notice it goes on and off. So this thing, it may work for some of you when you turn them on and off. If it doesn't work and you want to turn off that layer, this is another thing I want to show you. So say for example, you're changing views and the foundation's always showing and you want to hide it, right? And you don't want to detach it because you want to be able to see the driveway. What you're going to do is this. You're going to go here, click on this file here, right click, edit XREF in place. From here, you're going to press OK. And you're just going to go click to see what the name of this piece is. In this case here, it's called a wall. You're going to go to our layers. And you're just going to go freeze a walls. Like that. And like that, we have, if it doesn't hide, we have it hidden here. So when we press save, any view we change is going to be hidden. To put it back on again, same technique. Go back here, unfreeze it, and it's going to work. All right? So once we're done here, we just go and press Save Changes. In this case, I kept the same settings, so I don't have to worry about it. But again, if I notice, I did medium details, and it cut the thing off. Nice. Now that we've completed this, the next thing I want to show you once we've had the completed house is how to create a section and an elevation. All right? Let's move on to the next one. So we're going to be creating a view drawing. We're going to generate the elevations, generate the sections, and create named model space views. So again, we're going to close this view. So I can leave the view I want to see it. So I'll leave it like this. It's very pretty. Close it. Hit save. It should close. There we go. Open up our Project Navigator, which if you haven't noticed already, our Project Navigator is very useful. We've been using it a lot. We've been being able to coordinate where our files are going. We've been able to make our views, and eventually we're going to be making our sheets based off the Project Navigator as well. So for the views, we're going to go here now. Again, same thing. Right click, create new drawing, section, elevation. Before we did general, now we're going to do elevation. Same thing again, we're going to go change the names to elevation, and I'm going to call them sections. Make sure we're always using the same templates, which from the beginning we set, and we don't have to worry as much. And we're going to go now and press the next option, and we're going to make sure we have them all selected. Okay. This time I'm going to leave this on, so when I press finish, it's going to automatically take it. And again, you notice I have all the drawings I need to have the 3D elements. Press finish. It's going to open up the drawings, and I also have the page here saying elevation sections. One thing I hope you guys have noticed is that whenever a drawing is open, you have a little lock symbol next to that name. That means that sheet is open. So until you close the sheet, it's going to have a lock. So if I open up 3D view, it's going to be open up here, and also showing you that 2 files are currently open. So I'm going to close it, back to just the first one, and continue with the elevation sections. So once it's open, I could go here. Let me just move this to the side again. And I'm going to go do zoom all. Oops. I'm going to do zoom window. Zoom extents, E. And it's going to push the full house in the middle. Once that's done, I could go hit my famous save button. Why am I hitting the save? So automatically now the auto backup is going to kick in. Because you're going to notice the more you work with AutoCAD and the more you push it, the more it may crash. Especially when we're doing these sections, some computers for some reason can't handle it, and they'll just freeze right as they're generating the view. So let's go move on. Let me put this back to 1/4 so everything's smaller. And let's go to the 3D elevation. Let's go make it look like conceptual, and let's go make it realistic. So again, if you notice, we have the same problem we did before. Why? Because we took the file and we modified it. To fix this issue, we could do it by going back over here, the project, and modifying the elevations. But I just don't want to start, because if I change it here, then I'm going to have to change it for everyone later on. I'm just going to can do the same thing we did earlier, is just click on this building here, move it down 14'6". Oops, that's a really big number. 14'6". And then for this one here, all I'm going to do is take the chimney and move it up 1 foot. It's 2 steps. It's not that hard. Just in case, and just hit the save button again. So now we have everything perfectly controlled. We're going to go to hidden view, so we can actually see, and it goes a little bit faster, our building. So now, just to get an idea, what's the difference between general type and section elevation type drawings? You can see it when you open both of them. The 3D model and the 3D sections are different. One of them is using one is XREFing everything together, and the other one's taking the XREF and adding another view to it. So now we're going to go and check. So for example, let me open up to show you as well. When we're using the first one, let me open up the 3D view again to show you this, just so you guys get a better understanding of where we're going with. When you have the 3D view, you're going to notice what? You're going to notice that everything has the, come on. You're going to notice, oh, I can't move this. Okay. You're going to notice what? If I go open the XREFs, everything here is attached. When I go to elevation section, everything's going to be overlaid. That's the difference. One of them is using the actual file, the other one's just taking it as a reference, which is okay and which is perfect for what we need to do. Alright, so now we're going to go and start generating our elevations. So I don't need my 3D view again. I'm just going to close it. And I'm going to move this project browser to the side. So we're going to go to our top view. And like always, I like going 2D wireframe. And we're going to go draw a polyline or a rectangle. Oh, the polyline is a rectangle, sorry. Around the object. So we're going to go here, make a rectangle. Or polygon, same thing. Go from one corner to the other corner. Why am I doing this? Because this is where I'm going to start getting my elevation line. I'm going to use this as my reference. So I have them perfectly going around my building. Once I've done the rectangle, the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to go use my view option. No, is it the view? Hold on. This is on home. Close this. There we go. Sorry, on the home button, you're going to go to section and elevation, sorry. And you're going to go use the elevation line right over here. Now pay attention to the direction that we're putting it. So when my mouse crashed again. When I am doing it, pay attention how I'm going to draw it. I'm going to go from here. I'm going to go from one corner, from left to right. Right? Look at the arrows pointing towards the building. The next one, from left. I should have put it to the side. There's one view. You see how I did it? This is our front view. Again, I'm going to go back, elevation line, from this corner to this corner. Now I'm going to insert it. I'm going to put it right over here. There's that view right over there. Let's go to the top one now. We're going to go, again, elevation line, from this corner to this corner right over here. Now I'm going to go place it underneath. I could have put them side. I'm just putting them. I'll move them later on. So this is the view over here on top. And now we're going to go do the other side. So let's go one more time. Elevation view from here to here. And I'm going to place it right over here. And like that, I have all my views being set. So I could have done that way over there. I could have also done another way. So I'm just going to erase this. That was the easy way of doing it, no? Erase the section lines. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. Also, something to note is this is the view, and this is how far I deleted the view. I should have did it before. You could pull the view how far you want it to stick out. If you want to go halfway, or if you want to go past the building, or if I only just want to see the first couple of doors. But we're going to erase this and do it again. So now we're back to my rectangle again, and we're going to go do elevation line. We should be able to. No, I'll do this again. Let's go again from 1 to 2. Let's go dialog box. And now we're going to go to different settings. So in here now, I could actually go and change some things around. I could do what? I could tell exactly where it's going to go. Have it show a section. I could choose. I could say, you know what? I want to do 3D elevation, 2D elevation. Depending on what I wanted to do, I could set it in those properties. And once I'm OK, I can just press OK. And again, it's going to place that view in that setting. Let me go back now and modify this. I'm going to click on the tab, and let's reverse it. Now I'm going the opposite direction. Do I see? See? Now if I go look at my house, click on it, and I'm going to go do refresh. What happens? I see nothing. Why? Because the view that I've chosen has nothing in its path. If I go back again, grab this guy here, flip the arrow, reverse, pull him halfway this time, right? And then I click on this one here, and I go do refresh. You see now, I'm starting to see more. If I go back, watch, I'm going to make this disappear right over here. I'm going to grab the line and go right before that cut, right over here. Click on the 3D, on the section, refresh, and there you go. The piece is gone. Why is it gone? Because depending on where I'm cutting through the building. We see that now? By clicking, you're able to go where you want to go through. If I don't want to go all the way through, just want to go halfway. Again, click, refresh, and it's going to update. We have our chimney over here. We have all the views that we need in the drawing. Is that clear? Any questions? If you erased them by accident, oops, say I didn't erase it, say I want to have another copy of this, all I could do is just go here, grab this guy here, move this view over here, for example, and just say generate elevation again, click here, and it's going to have a different elevation from a different line that it pulled from. Okay, but the second I go press refresh, it's going to update that one as well. Any questions so far? No? Yes? Good. So we're going to go back to the line again, hit refresh because I changed it. You could also change the location of your elevation. So if I want to change this now, for example, see right now we see our foundation. Let's go change the elevation height to 4'6". We see this? Enter. Now I'm going to refresh these two here. Oh, I'll just refresh one. Oh, we brought it up higher. I thought that was going to change the... Let's try again. No, I think that's not what I'm trying to do here. You should be able to change it from here. I did the elevation 4'6". I think I just brought it up here. Let's set the height. Okay, that's just placing on the drawing. So I made a mistake there. All right. Show you before is if I want to cut off some items here. So let's go back. Let me get rid of this because it's confusing with the two views. Let's go. You're not going to click on the actual arrow. You're going to click on the line which the reference belongs to. And you're going to take off here where it says use model extends for height. We're going to go press no. This is where I want us to show you. So right now I can say at the top of my building will say 20 feet. So that 20 feet is going to say how high I'm going. The lower extension is going to show you from the bottom. So if I go put here 3 feet, no, 4'6". Now you're going to see it's going to raise up. And I'll put here 10 feet so you know the difference. And cut the house halfway. Press refresh. Refresh. See? It's going to cut it halfway. But it should have also raised the bottom. So I don't know why I didn't cut the bottom for. I did 4'6". Oh, this should be 0. And let's try this one back to 50 feet. Let's try now. If I refresh. Why can't I refresh this? Refresh. There we go. So by putting it 0, so I was going down before. So by putting it at 0, it literally cut it off for exactly where I wanted. So I put 0 and the height 50. So if I want the foundation, I would put 4 feet, and it's going to bring it lower below. All right. So there we have it for that model. So we could do that for all 4 views as well. Again, I could do this one here. How do we did it again? We went back to home, go to elevation. There is a way, which I'll get back to you guys on another video, where you could do all 4 at the same time. But in this case here, we'll just do one at a time. Again, from here to here. Enter. Go another one. elevation. So as you see, it's a very simple thing. It's not hard. You just gotta place it where you want it to go, and you can change the heights like we did on the last one. Okay. So again, if I want to change the height of this one, I go to the view, which is the back here, and I'm gonna go make sure I say no, and I can use the same numbers I did before: 10 feet, 0. And to refresh it, just click on the house and do refresh. And of course, now it's not working. Oh yeah, this is working because it's a different level. Did I not change the number? 50, 0. So it seems to come and go as it pleases. Good. So you have all three views. What you're supposed to do once you have them done is you should have them lined up perfectly. So what I recommend you do is just an X line like so, and project them with the same orientation. So they all should be at the same place. So the next view here should have been my side view over here, which is this guy here. So let me just move them over. You could do this next time when you're actually placing the views to click right away. So this one here should go to, grab the same one. So we're going to grab right below the foundation here. Actually, we're going to grab right the rocks. The door, sorry. So grab this view here. Grab the view here. And place it right over here. And do the same thing for the next view. Again, when you start modifying the views, I'm just doing this quickly now. This is just by eye. Don't do this ever like I'm doing now. This is just quickly showing you guys. So again, we could adjust the views later on to do the same thing where we get rid of the foundation so we don't see it in our elevations. All right, so that's what I want to show you guys, to repeat the same ones. You can adjust the bases. So again, just to see if it works, just out of curiosity. Let's go here, which should be this side right over here. Click on the line. And now let's go say yes, and no, I mean. And let's go choose the same numbers. Let's go put, just to see if it works, put 10 feet and put 0. Now let's see if we refresh it, if it's going to work. Or just generate it at this point. Let's see if underneath it. So it does work. Let's do it again. We go here. And let's just try that like we did before. 4'6", 50 feet. Let's see. The numbers are there. Let's see. Disable live. And why can I refresh this? Refresh. It's weird. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you'll get a hang of it when you're trying it. But that's all I want to show you for this video on how to make the 3D view and how to make the sections. All right. Then afterwards, once you have these done, you could put them on the sheets later on. So again, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and you'll have another video tomorrow.